see all of you. More than the talk that I'm going to give. When I went to Thailand, that was the first time I missed Malaysians, to tell you the truth. Because I studied in India, and every time I was in Malaysia, I was complaining about Malaysians and speaking very highly of Indians. But when I went to Thailand, I knew the value of Malaysia and the people here. So when I see all of you now, I'm very happy because it's back home again, especially with the Sai family. And though faces are familiar, some of you are new. To me, it looks like one family, to tell you the truth. I have to thank for this venue, for this opportunity. I must thank all the administrators and caretakers and everyone who's taken care of the Sai school and given this opportunity to me. I also thank Brother Reddy. He's like the switch. He switched on the light in me, I would say, because when I went there to the center, the warmth of that family kept me going there from home. I stopped socializing. I shouldn't have done that. We should have both worlds. But my attraction was always for the center. And in a month's time, they put me as the coordinator, youth coordinator. So I had to read up. And I found it very interesting. I kept doing it. And just 2 years later, I got this transfer to Bangkok. A very interesting experience is there, but if you would like, I'll share it later this time. I also thank my parents, because my father, he was a real guru. My mother used to conduct pujas at home, and she used to go outside and get all this Ayyappan, for Ayyappan pujas, all these lamps and all that, and we used to have this 101 puja session. We were only attracted to friends with the lamps, but now I know the significance of what we did that time. Whereas my father was dutifully every day 3 o'clock waking up, making sure that he lights a lamp, and sometimes when he wakes up, he makes sure that everybody wakes up at home. So we go back to sleep, but by 4 or 5 we have to be up. And the atmosphere in the morning was good because we had prayers on at home. But I forgot all that completely when I came to Malaysia, to tell you the truth, because I blocked myself. I said, I'm not going to know Malaysia. That was the biggest mistake I made. Till I came to know about the Sai Center, and when I entered the Sai Center and saw all the religions there, well, that was it opened my eyes. I said, Swami's teaching has something for me to learn. I was quite surprised because when I was in India, though we prayed to all the Indian deities, we lived in Sai Baba colony all the time. My colony name is Sai Baba colony. I never knew who Sai Baba was till I came to Malaysia. And I remember when I was in standard 7 or 8, I had a dream. It was old Prashanti, where you had these old pillars, and I remember the walls when I see the photos. Swami was sitting on a chair with all the children, girls behind him. I was just telling Sister Jayadeva, I'm a feminist. I saw all girls behind him, so many girls, and he just called me and I was looking at him. And that particular dream I can't forget because I was wearing a red blouse with a long red skirt. I was a young child and just looking at Swami. But when I saw Swami's photo in the Bhajan Center, the dream came back and I knew this is a person. He could connect me, and so I kept going to the center. So that was how I started. But the experiences here were wonderful. It sort of started, gave me the path to go along the spiritual world. But Swami told me during my experience with him, he said, I'm a pilot, I work in a shipping firm. Now I wondered what a pilot does, and the ship is down, pilot is up. So when I went to Thailand, I told my friend whose husband is a captain, I asked him, what is this pilot and shipping firm? She said that usually you have a pilot in the ship. The captain takes the ship, but it's only the pilot who anchors the ship. So Swami meant he would anchor me in the spiritual journey. And true enough, in Thailand, I can't think of anything else now. It's very difficult. I've tried many times to go around with my friends, shopping, this, that, but it's very difficult. I feel guilty. I don't know why. I don't know whether it's my mind or whether it's Swami playing through me, but he guides all the time anyway. Having Dr. Jumsa as my husband's boss was like a drama because a year later he was fully at school. He's no more in the office. He was just there to welcome me. He looked like that to me. And to go to see Dr. Jumsai now, I go to school just to see him. Believe me, because the Sai school is Dr. Jumsai. And Dr. Jumsai is the Sai school. That's how I feel. It's like Swami. Prashanti, you say it's Swami, though you have many people there. Now coming back to this talk, I don't want to waste much time. We're talking about value integration today. Integrating values is not very easy, to believe me, because when you switch on the iron, when you switch on the switch, the iron takes some time to get heated up. Yes or no? The same way, even getting values within you is very difficult. We still have letters coming from all over the world asking Dr. Jumsai and Sister Lorraine for lesson plans. Now this lesson plan is actually inside us. The lesson plan is not outside us. Oh, you can have examples. But to have the lesson plan, you have to grade yourself, integrate. You have to grade yourself, go within. Only when you're silent, the music is loud. So once you start practicing with meditation, you will know how to calm down. But now that's not enough when you calm down. When you calm down, you will start loving nature. That's a secret. You will start loving the sunrise, the sunset. That is the time you know that you are ready for values. So Swami's 9 code of conduct about meditation, actually that's the first step to integrating values. We can have values in other different ways which we are doing now. But to get something which is not in the books, you have to go within. You hear speakers talking, it's not because they are magical or anything, it's only because they have gone inside, they have gone within them. Now this experience Dr. Jumsai gave me. He talks about meditation all the time, it's very important there. But he calls silent sitting because the institute is training teachers for all over the world. So in my batch we had 22 of them, and I was only Malaysian. Everywhere I went and introduced myself, they said, oh, Sister Jaga, Brother Jaga, Brother Lucky, Brother Suresh. You see, for them Malaysia is Brother Jagadishan and Brother Suresh. So I had to say yes, and that was when I realized the value of Malaysia. Not only of Malaysia, but Brother Jagadishan and Brother Suresh. Though I used to love going to listen to their talks with a group of friends. Friends were more important, believe me. I don't know why, but today I realize that everything is just a game for us to go inside. So when that is over, integrating values, as I'm learning, I'm still learning. I met a friend in the university in Thailand. She is highly educated. She's a PhD, 2 PhDs, 2 masters. And when she met me, she was asking me where I'm from. And I told her, ultimately I'm working as a volunteer in the Institute of Satisai Education Office. So she asked me, you know, my sister is also working for Swami in India, but I'm not very interested. I gave her a few books to read from what Dr. Jumsai and Sister Lorraine had written, and she wanted to know more, and she used to call me up at home asking for values. She was doing physics on surface tension. Believe me, I hated physics because you have to by heart what specific gravity. Even till today I don't know most of them. But when she told me surface tension, I dropped myself. I said, I don't know what surface tension is. I remember learning. I can't integrate because I want to sit down and not think. It doesn't come from your mind. It has to come from here. You have to love water before you think of surface tension. So we need to be very close to nature. So her name is Sandhya. She called me up and I told her, you do one thing. You ask your maid. She's from the village. She's not educated. Just ask her. Next day she came running to me and she said, you know my maid, you know what she said? She forgot about surface tension and integrating values. She said, my maid said, water is life, water is God, water gives, water is beautiful. You know, she said things which she never realized. Now why does the maid know about it? And how come she doesn't know about it? Now what we are learning now about water, when you do it chemically, H2O,